Hey guys, it's ARIBA and I'm back with a combination braid. Today we're going to be doing a double Dutch braid into an infinity braid. For this hairstyle, you want to make sure that your hair is blown out nice and smooth, and we're going to start by parting our hair starting at the center of our hairline, going back at a diagonal and then curved behind the ear. And then I'm going to just tie the rest of it away just to keep it separate. And we're going to start our first Dutch braid. I'm starting with a teeny tiny triangle section and I'm splitting it into 3 equal sections. Left under the center, right under the center. Left under the center, right under the center with a new piece of hair. And left under the center with a new piece of hair. You just want to make sure that you keep a very tight grip on your hair as you're braiding. And we're just going to be adding hair into the outside sections and putting them under the center section. Left under the center with a new piece of hair, right under the center with a new piece of hair. Left under the center, right under the center. And we're going to continue this pattern all the way back until this section is complete. Generally, I would just clip it at the end of this braid, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm actually going to tie it with an elastic band so that it stays nice and clear and it's easy to follow. And now we're going to start our second Dutch braid. So you want to make sure your hair is completely detangled just so that we are able to get through our braid quickly. And now we're going to continue the same pattern, but this time we're going to be taking larger sections. So again, I'm taking a triangle section, splitting it into 3 equal sections, and adding hair to the outer pieces and taking them under the center. So left under the center with a new piece of hair, right under the center with a new piece of hair. And for this second Dutch braid, we're going to be fanning it open, so don't worry about it being perfect. And also, I'm going to be directing the center of the braid to be on top of my head. So as you can see, as I'm taking new sections, I'm pulling them all the way up because I want this second braid to sit on the top of my head, not at the back. New piece of hair and under the center. New piece of hair in the front and under the center. And you want to continue this pattern until you get to your previous braid, and we're going to just simply add it to the outside section and bring it under the center and continue our Dutch braid. Once I've run out of hair to add into this braid, we're now going to split it into 2 equal sections, and now we're going to start an infinity braid. So from one of the 2 sections, we're going to take a small piece of hair and bring it over the left section and under the right section. Back around the right section and under the left. Over the left, under the right, back over the right, under the left. And when the hair gets a little bit shorter, you can now start adding pieces and continue the pattern. Over, under, over, under. Over, under. Add a new piece of hair if it gets short again, and back over, under, under. A little trick for when you're doing this braid is when you're adding the hair when it starts getting short again, try and grab the longest piece of hair that you can find in your ponytail. That way you're able to get a lot more rounds. And we're just going to continue this pattern. And you can braid it all the way down if you like, but I like to keep a little bit of a ponytail at the end. So I'm going to stop when I'm about 3 inches away from the ends of my hair. And to finish off this braid, you just add a new piece of hair as if you're going to continue braiding and just tie it into an elastic band. And voila, we are done our infinity braid. And now I'm just going to roll the pieces out gently just to fan it open a little bit. I do want this braid to be a little bit tighter and more clean than the Dutch braid that we're doing on top. And now I'm going to go back into my second Dutch braid and fan it open. And this one, I want it to be a little bit messy and voluminous, so I'm going to be very generous in terms of pulling it and tugging on it. It looks scary, but If you hold the braid down with your other hand while you're pulling, it helps to keep everything in order. So nice and big. And then I'm just going to go back and grab that little ponytail that I created, and I'm going to give it a very generous amount of hairspray using a stronghold hairspray. And I'm just wrapping it all the way around. And then I'm going to use the stronghold hairspray as a glue. And this is completely optional, but just to give it a nice clean finish, I'm going to just curl the little ponytail that we're left with. And you're all done. I hope you guys found this tutorial easy to follow. I know combination braids can be a little tricky, but hopefully you guys were able to follow along. Make sure you leave me a comment below letting me know what you think of this hairstyle, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And if you aren't already, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my blog millennialmama.ca for more hair inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe.